Jerry said I'm supposed to be here. Oh, the chance.
Okay.
Time to go.
Okay. All right. Welcome, and on May 26, 2022, we are happy to welcome you all to the Village of Webster Board meeting. If you would stand with me, please, for the Pledge of Allegiance, and Jake, would you lead us, please?
Absolutely.
Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. Be seated. Our first order of business this evening, I think, is that we will take a moment of silence in memory of those, I believe that last count it was 22 lives that have been lost down there in Texas in that very senseless shooting. So if you would please join me for this moment of silence honoring those young lives.
And Buffalo as well.
And Buffalo as well. Right, thank you. Thank you very much, and we just pray that it doesn't come to our village, but we never know in this day and age. So our hearts go out in prayers to those who have lost loved ones and friends, family. All right, this evening our first order of business is going to be a presentation to or for the Historic Preservation Month, actually. This is the proclamation that I would like to make. So I will, at this point, go to the podium and ask our chair of the Historic Preservation Society to join me. Peter? Good to see you this evening. Good to see you too. This reads, Proclamation for Preservation Month. Whereas the historic preservation is an effective tool for managing growth and sustainable development, revitalizing neighborhoods, fostering local pride, and maintaining community character while enhancing livability, and whereas historic preservation is relevant for communities across the nation, both urban and rural, for Americans of all ages, all walks of life, and all ethnic backgrounds. And whereas it is important to celebrate the role of history in our lives and the contributions made by dedicated individuals in helping to preserve the tangible aspects of the heritage that has shaped us as a people. And whereas People Saving Places is the theme of National Preservation Month 2022, co-sponsored by the Village Historic Preservation Commission and the National Trust for Historic Preservation. And therefore, resolved that I, Darrell Byers, Mayor of the Village of Webster, and the Webster Village Board of Trustees, do recognize May 22nd, 2022 as National Preservation Month, and call upon the people of the Village of Webster to join their fellow citizens across the United States in recognizing and participating in this special observance. So, Peter, I will give this to you, but
Thank you.
we'll post it up in our
All right.
village office.
All right, thank you very
Say
much.
anything?
Sure,
Go
yeah.
ahead.
I just want to thank the village board for their continued support throughout the years. A lot of communities do not have historic preservation commissions, so there aren't any ones looking out for the historic properties in the village. And we have not a mandatory type of commission, but rather one that can just do recommendations and can continuously look at the historic structures in the village. And there are many, and there are many beautiful buildings, and they've got great stories in our village. So, and Jake, you'll appreciate this one. Our historic preservation site for this month is the standpipe. I don't know if you saw it down there. So there will be an article in the paper about the standpipe and about its history, how it was built. We consulted with the village historian, Lynn Barton, and she found some great pictures of it even being constructed. Things we never even knew that were, at least I didn't even know that were there, like holding tanks were actually there. So it's a great history, and we wanted to make sure we recognize that as we go through the summer. We will be recognizing one property every month until we get into October for something special about that property. So look for our sign. Right now it's on South Avenue, right near the water tower. But that is a great history. And look at the Webster Herald next week to see a little bit more about it. So, thank you.
Would the board like to come up and get a picture?
Oh,
Do you want to hold up?
oh, sure.
Sure, come on.
I'll sit to you. Here, I'll sit to you. Get your shoes on.
Get the slippers on?
And slippers on. Well, I have short tires,
Nice shoes.
Okay, watch this corner. Okay, don't trip on that.
Thank you.
Sorry. Okay, ready?
Try to eat.
1, 2, 3. 1, 1. 2. Very nice.
All right.
Thank you, Heather. Thank you, Darrell. You want this back so you can hang it up?
Sure.
Okay, great.
Very well.
All right, thank you.
They going to the DNC
All right,
tomorrow?
thank you. Thank you all.
Good job, Peter. Good job.
Going on the Facebook
Oh,
page.
Facebook page, they'll find people that say, well,
Nobody's even seen Facebook page.
I'm really using that.
Okay, next we have a public forum and have an opportunity to address the board. Any concerns? Is there anyone in the audience who would like to address the board this evening? If not, then we will move directly to scheduled business. And the first item on our agenda this evening is a resolution to approve the minutes from the May 13th board meeting. You have a copy in front of you. If you have any additions or any corrections that you see and would like to make, if not, I will entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Trustee Lauer?
Aye.
Trustee Belkane?
Aye.
Trustee Lindsay? Mayor Byers?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Next, we have a resolution for approval of the claims and warrants. I have one that I would address, I guess, to Heather, and that is there are two bills for Freed Maxick, and they say final billing for the audit for 2021. I just wondered if that is a closeout for Freed Maxick.
Yes. And MMB has been, they've started, so.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, thank you.
No problem.
Yeah, I didn't have any questions.
I didn't this time either.
If there are no questions, then I'll ask for a motion to approve the claims and warrants.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Trustee Lancy?
Aye.
Trustee Belkane?
Aye.
Trustee Lauer?
Aye.
Mayor Byers?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Next, we have a motion to approve the 2022-23 tax warrant. We are approving it today, I believe, with corrections. We approved it last meeting, but corrections have been made, and therefore, as you look at it, there is a note here on the general fund, the business improvement district, property cleanup, sewer fund, commercial sewer, and being for all purposes a total of $842,864. So I believe that this is the final, which is of course going to be due, we start tax season June 1st. So I'm asking for a motion to approve this.
Make that motion.
I'll second.
Trustee Lauer?
Aye.
Trustee Belkane?
Aye.
Trustee Lancy?
Aye.
Mayor Byers?
Aye.
Thank you. And I just want to real quick just say, the county just had they accidentally had one property listed twice. So that was, it was just slightly less for the sewer. Thank you.
And I saw the beginning of the process this morning with all of these bills on the floor, and they progressively got smaller and smaller, but there's still probably much more to go. Okay, moving on, item number 4, resolution to authorize the superintendent of public works to hire 2 seasonals for the summer season starting at $15 per hour, 1 for sewer and 1 for the DPW. Jake, I believe that you have hired 1 or are looking to hire 1 already?
Yes,
Looking, still looking?
Yep, we have, one of them that we had last year has expressed interest in going back down to the sewer, so we're, John was one back down there, and then we're having an opening for another that we're hopefully gonna, beginning, individuals, and there's one person that expressed an interest in, just wanted to, touch base with them again and check on their availability, and I think there was one other, 2 people, I guess, have expressed interest, so we can get them both maintain their interest, and we'll do interviews and go from there.
Okay. All right. Thank you. So I would ask for a motion to authorize the superintendent of public works to hire 2 seasonals.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Trustee Lancy?
Aye.
Trustee Lauer?
Aye.
Trustee Belkane?
Aye.
Mayor Byers?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Okay, we have an item now on the agenda, and that is the hiring of a working foreman. So I'm asking for a motion to approve Jim Scott as the new Department of Public Works working foreman as of June 1st, 2022 at step 6.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Trustee Belkane?
Aye.
Trustee Lancy?
Aye.
Trustee Lauer?
Aye.
Mayor Byers?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Okay. We move now to the clerk. Anything you have for us? Other
Nope,
than
we did
starting
finish today.
taxes?
We finished today.
Wow.
All hands on deck, we finished and they will go out June 1st.
So we're all looking forward to it.
I'm sure you are.
Yeah, Jake?
Yes, sir. Just a few quick things. The Ready project, the Ready grant that we had for the well decommissioning, they had a bid opening on the 24th, which is Tuesday. And we received 1 bid for that work. Labella is in the process of analyzing and reviewing that bid and reaching out to the contractor for contacts or references. And then it sounds like at the next meeting, they're going to be prepared to either make a recommendation, just one way or another, with that bid. They're just doing their due diligence on that bid. It was, like everything that's coming in, it's a bit higher than anticipated. But I guess we will see how the references and everything else goes, and then they'll have a recommendation for the board. The STP work continues. We're going to have another meeting the first Wednesday of June. Excuse me. Get together for another meeting on that, continuing on with the design. And then finally, I met this evening down at the well fields with one of the officers at the West Webster Fire Department. They've been just, I guess, a reminder or an update, or I don't know if it's permission or what, but just, they've been down there, and they're great partners in watching the place and doing training down there. And obviously there's quite a lot of woods down there and things, so they want to do a drill where they, they've always had access to the place for any emergencies and be able to get down there. But they want to do a drill where it's a lost hiker with an injury kind of thing. So they're looking, if anybody sees any activity going down there around the 31st, they're going to be back in over on the other side. But and I went around and showed them, some of the buildings and things for pre-plans and stuff like that. So it was a neat meeting. And then finally, excuse me, I just swallowed something funny, but Speaking about the well fields and the water and things, I met with the town in regards to the project going down at the Sandbar Park. We have an old hydrant that's there that was on the raw water line. If you go down Lake Road to Whit Road, Bay Road, you'll notice occasionally there's a blue fire hydrant there. Those are the ones that were on a raw water line when we were pumping out of the sandbars. Though there's one of them that's kind of in the way of what they're going to do there. So I said, we'll mark the location because we continue to stake out and maintain that raw water line. Not maintain, but stake it out and protect it for when there's doing excavations in case, hopefully in the future, my idea is, it costs us very little, 15, 20 times a year, we go down there and stake it out. And hopefully someday someone's going to say they want to run a fiber optic line or a cable line or some sort of low voltage line, and we'll have a conduit there. They can save about an hour and a half digging, and that would be able to recoup some value for our residents. And I think it's relatively low cost, so we keep staking that out and maintaining that. But all our reference points are going away. So I'm trying to work with some engineers or survey firms to capture the data that's there now, get a good location on it, and then when everything goes back, have to remark it out so we can, now we know it's, this certain location that's 4 feet off the edge of the road. The edge of the road's going away, so we're not going to be able to find it, so we just want to make sure we're going to be able to maintain that. But they asked about that hydrant, and I said, it's no use to us, they can get rid of the hydrant there, and certainly don't want to interfere with any of their plans down there. It really looks like a beautiful project they're doing, so. That's it, I believe.
I did have two more things, I'm sorry, real quick, I forgot. I forgot. So the the scheduled workshop that we scheduled for next Tuesday, we scheduled it one day. Tuesday, we're gonna actually reschedule that because Don and I are gonna be attending a training. So the original meeting was for the purpose of discussing either a resolution or local law to continue the video conferencing or ability if someone is ill or something like that, because it stops after a certain date. So we're going to a training on the 15th, I believe, so we were hoping to have this reschedule the workshop on a Thursday instead when the zoning board was supposed to meet, and I don't think they are, so I'll give you an update on that. But so next Tuesday's canceled. And then just one other thing, the guys have done an amazing job with planting. Jimmy, myself, Dan, and John got the front all looking good, and they're just doing amazing work. So just wanted to say thank you, that's all.
And on that note, the museum wants to thank them too. They are just so pleased.
Jake, send that message.
They even did the watering and everything, so they're very happy. So thank you, Jake.
She stole my thunder. That was the last I was going to say. One more thing.
Sorry, John.
So it's good, yeah, the guys have done a great job in a
Yes.
relatively short time here,
Yes.
getting ready, and Kittlebergers prepared all the pots. They went out today. I know if you'll notice, the four corners are something we got to move. They were, right near Smith's, I think they were getting out, so there's some that are there. We're going to move those in the morning. They're right kind of crosswalk, but they did a great job. The planners look good, and everything. It's coming together. It'll be a real nice setting for the parade here on Saturday, I think. No, Monday. Monday.
I had asked you, and we can talk about it still, some of the fill-in in those outlined areas. But one question, or not one question, but one comment that I would have to make, and that is driving by at the towers, the small trees, the arborvitae, they're brown. So I don't know if anybody's going up to water, but once they start watering here, they probably should begin to water those. What?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I thought that the AT&T tower was going to be maintained, that area by AT&T, but I guess it's...
Yeah, no, we own the tower. We own the tower and split, but yeah, the fence, and we'll certainly look at that. Usually by the second year that they're in, they should have roots established enough to get down there, but we could certainly look at supplementing the water needs, because it's been pretty dry here lately, exception of last, was it Saturday?
Yes.
Or Friday's one of the, whatever day. We sat out on the porch and watched.
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah,
just thought I'd mention that. Is there anything else anyone has?
I got one. The Business and Improvement District is getting ready to put out their calendar of annual events for the summer, and I'd ask that everyone check the bid website to see that the village is having many summertime events coming up. Movies in the park, bands in the park, and
Jazz,
fun
beer,
nights.
wine.
Wine walks, beer walks. And
Jazz Fest.
I might also, so keep an eye out for the bid calendar of events. And I also would urge my fellow board members to attend some of those events in person to show the village people that we're on board with what they're doing.
Family game night too, a couple of those.
Yes, we have game nights,
Three,
yes,
yeah.
and movies and.
No beer walk. No board members on the beer walk, but, or whatever.
Really?
Julie,
Heather can. Jake. So keep an eye out for that.
Like the burger one.
Very good, that's it? All right, well, thank you, Carl, I appreciate that, and yes, I do know that the bid has a lot of activities that are planned for this summer, and it's a summer that we should probably all come out and celebrate, because the last 2 summers have been kind of dead, and unfortunately, but things are opening up again, so we look forward to seeing everybody as the summer begins, and if there is nothing else, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. We'll see you either out on the streets of the village or at our next board meeting in 2 weeks.
and I think you just beat Jerry.
Try to attend.
Jerry's record?
You just beat Jerry's record.
21 minutes. Pretty good.
Oh my God.
Pretty good.